Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Good morning. If the Arcturians ran my podcast, that's probably how they would say good morning. Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to manifest more good stuff. Today we're going to manifest more serenity. Serenity, I know, such a beautiful lavender vibe. We even used that word my desk is dusty. We even used that word in our affirmations. I rest, rejuvenate, and reside in serenity. Kind of just throwing my desk together here to get everything lined up. We have only 4 cards. This might actually be a quickie, which would be all right, because we really put the time in the past 2 days. And you know what? It's like sometimes I think, wow, these are really long podcasts. However, if I can be offering someone this space or opportunity to like chill out and listen in, and you know what I mean, like make your daily chores go better or whatever, your drive home from work. I know a lot of people listen in the car, and which I think of you when I tell you to close your eyes and do some of the meditations and visualizations. I'm always thinking of you and thinking, but if you're driving, don't. But if you're driving, I think that it's good to feel some serenity, peace, right? That's a beautiful place to be when you're driving. Usually I am. Sunday I had to get on Interstate 80 and it was so freaking nuts. And so, yeah, like there was a few moments that like I was like sandwiched in between Mack trucks. And I was like, I ain't really feeling the serenity right now, but I just went like 100 miles an hour and got out of that situation and then got some space to myself. And I was like, okay, now I can enjoy driving again. But I think like it is good, you know, to feel peaceful as much as you can with everything that you're doing. And let's see what serenity is all about. Because we don't use this word a whole lot. I guess that's probably why I only have 4 cards. Now, because I have such a massive collection of oracle decks, I mean, 4 is probably pretty good. And what an eclectic group of folks. And one's from my brand newest deck. The big long one, if you're looking at the picture at Herb Oracle and Instagram, I post the pictures there. The big long one is the Healing Energy Oracle by Mario Duguay. I don't know, Mario D. And it is beautiful. It's got this column of light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like if there was what I'm looking at, it seems like if I turned into a green emerald angelic being of light, you know, no longer in human physical form. I'm just a blob of gold, I was going to say golden emerald light. That don't make sense though. It's emerald. And then like down the column of me where my chakra centers still are, because for whatever reason, those have gone with me, even though I've cast my flesh aside. I no longer am in a human vessel. I'm golden emerald light, damn it. And I've got this white light coming down through the column, and like where the chakras would be, bam, bam, the 7 points, they're like lit up extra. And there's like a starburst coming out of them. Fantastic, Mario. Fantastic. Thank you for getting this picture of my future me. And so there's an affirmation on this card. I'm just going to read it because you know what? Let's not hesitate to manifest more good stuff. Let us manifest more serenity here today through love, release, and inner work. I know peace. I know it. I know peace. I am peace. I have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. Okay, I'm getting a little excited because I just read the Arcturian channeling for the day from Daniel Scranton, and guess what? It was all about letting the universe do its work and give you the good stuff. But what do we need to do? We need to slow down in order to receive it. Because if we're always moving around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off, we're moving targets, and it's harder for the universe to beam that light down into us. They didn't say that, but I'm telling you that, right? You're a moving target, so it's harder to get a good grip on you and give you this light. Now, if you're sitting in meditation, if you're chilling out, listening to the podcast, or just moving at a little slower pace, or just vibrationally not feeling so frazzle-dazzled, you know, you're in serenity. Yeah, man, we're feeling serene. Then the universe can really pump it in ya, pump it through ya. And the Arcturian said, when you slow down, you give yourself an opportunity to feel your feelings. And you give yourself an opportunity to reevaluate your relationships and your friendships and everything in your life. And like, what's really important? What do I really enjoy? What do I want to put this precious energy into? So anyways, it was a good one. It was just completely in alignment with what I say here. And so of course I loved it. Like I love all of them. But also, yeah, we gotta chill out. We gotta slow down. And they said we've been programmed to think that if we slow down, we die. And you see that with like a lot of type A's. Type A's. I don't even know if that's right. Is that what do you call somebody who can't sit still? Type A personality, a go-go-goer. My mom and all the Sicilian women in my life that I know. Yeah, go, 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 go. And it's because there's a lot to get done and do, and who the hell else is gonna do it? Like, I get it. Like today I gotta clean rabbit cages. I really need to vacuum again. There's so much dog hair. I really got to do a few things, laundry, but like, you know, if we get to the point where we don't feel like we can even chill out on the couch for a minute, like this lady on the Joy and Sorrow Oracle, that's our next card. She's snoozing, she's laying on her belly, like with one leg up on the couch and her face smashed in the pillow. This is how I've been sleeping. I'm like not even using my pillows at night. Like I want, and I know this is bad, but I'm doing it anyways. I want to sleep on my face. I know I'm gonna get so wrinkly. I'm gonna look like an old Native American woman with lines that are in there. But oh well. I'm sleeping on my face because I'm sleeping so good on my stomach. I don't know why, because I'm a baby. But yeah, that's how she is too. Like she literally just was like, I'm laying down. And she's got this kind of like peaceful, serene, happy, contented smile on her face. Like she is resting and loving it. And that plush couch feels so good. And in front of her, there's a candle and a vase full of flowers and some necklaces. I'm not really sure what's going on in front of her, but we'll read this card. It's about serenity. Then we'll get some guidance from serenity. Then there is a Native American man on the other side, and he's like just wearing a loincloth. Like that's pretty much it. That's all he's wearing. This is from the Sacred Vision Oracle cards by Lynn V. Andrews. And, the Joy and Sorrow one is from, her name, Roxy Sim Hermsen. Roxy Sim Hermsen. She has an app. If you want to check out the Joy and Sorrow Oracle deck on the App Store or Google Play or whatever, you can check out her artwork. This is the deck that she lost her child when her child was like 10. I don't want to say lost, but that's what it felt like to her. That's what it would feel like to me too. And yeah, so it says it's such a sad deck for me, but this was her active power after her child. I don't know if the child got sick or what happened, but like anyways, this was her artistic savior that saved her in her grief, this deck. So anyways, it's beautiful. It sure is. Now, this artwork now on the Sacred Vision, it took me a while to like any of this artwork in the deck. Sorry, Robert Taylor. I like it now, but at first it seemed a little dark and a little mysterious, and so this Indian's standing like kind of in front of like maybe like a stained glass window at a church, and he's holding like his sacred things in his hand, but he's got all these like signs of Christianity behind him with some other interesting symbolism, and he's just standing there with his loincloth, and he's got like white powder paint on his body, and he's wearing a big old cross around his neck. All right, so that's that one. And then on the top, we have our dragon butterfly with our Serenity flower, which we talked about Monday. It was already here. It's lavender. So anyways, just kind of chilling today, guys. Just kind of chilling like a villain. And we're going to manifest more serenity. But first, let's give a shout out to Lavender, because she's already been nudging us in this direction all week, and we appreciate her. So without further ado, I have Lavender for you. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our calming herb of the week, lavender. And I dedicate them all to you, my lovelies. I am peace. I give joy a place to live inside of me. I let go of my illusions. I am at peace with my world and myself. I express my happiness. I rest, rejuvenate, and reside in serenity. I am peace. I give joy a place to live inside of me. I let go of my illusions. I am at peace with my world and myself. I express my happiness. I rest, rejuvenate, and reside in serenity. And so it is. So what I find interesting is like I didn't really like start this podcast with like telling you why you would want to manifest serenity. Like it just because why wouldn't you? I think everybody would like to be more serene, I think, right? Although maybe there are a few, like I said, people that are under that belief system. Like, well, if I slow down, nothing's gonna get done, right? And and I might die because I've slowed down. And or just maybe some people like really are almost addicted to constantly moving, constantly going, constantly like being in that like hyper pumped up adrenals, like just overacting adrenaline. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Kind of like go, go, go. Like it is almost an addiction too. Like they might love the rush. They might love the rush. And I, like, I don't want to disagree with anybody's lifestyle choice, like, hey, go ahead. But, the thing is, like, sometimes for the purpose of healing, you need to slow down. You have to give your body a break. And maybe for the purpose of spiritual advancement, like the Arcturian said, like, you need to slow down so we can download. You need to slow down so we can download all the good stuff you've been asking for. All right, Serenity in this little book with the dragon butterfly. I guess I'm starting up at top. I tell you an order, and then I do a different order. I was like, okay, this is how we'll do the cards. But I feel like we should honor lavender more, because weren't those affirmations, like, just as far as peace and calm and serenity go, they're pretty badass. They were. I like them this week, especially, like, really encapsulating and becoming peace. Not I feel peace. No, bitch, I am peace. Serenity. Now, lavender is an ancient and widespread plant. That's what we learned Monday, right? It's used as a culinary herb. We didn't talk too much about that, but in Mediterranean cuisine, you'll find lavender in spice blends. It's definitely an ornamental flower, and my favorite, a medicinal oil. Put lavender on it. When in doubt, put lavender on it. Put lavender oil on it. It'll be fine. Native to Eastern Europe and thriving across Northern Africa and into Eastern Asia. Lavender is related to the mint family and boasts both annuals and perennials. Lavender oil brings on a state of calm and relaxation that was recognized during the Roman era and is used for the same purpose today. So it was considered sacred in early human history and is one of the holy herbs mentioned in the biblical text Song of Solomon. Usually applied before sleep or utilized in a calming bath. I can think of no other plant that embodies pure serenity like lavender. So the idea that was kind of entertaining to me while I was reading that was like thinking about people back in the Roman era, and like they noticed that it calmed them down because, let's admit it, they were probably more in touch with their feelings than we are. Like we know that lavender calms you down because it's promoted and said so, right? Like you can look in a book and be like, oh, this will calm you down. But do you like the idea of just entertaining, like, oh, they've never been introduced to it. There's no books written on it. And you just have to notice how something makes you feel. So I think that goes hand in hand with what the Arcturians were saying. Like, maybe that is a gift you can give yourself now, like slowing down and noticing how things make you feel. Noticing if things give you the feeling of serenity or not. So like maybe today, like you could just kind of classify like all your observations into two groups, serenity or not. And really let's focus and add more of the things that bring us serenity and help us to get to know peace and be peace, right? And then if it's not, then we'll know that it's not adding to our serenity game. Like, game on, serenity. Let's feel this. So this morning, instead of lighting up a stick of my favorite incense, Nag Champa, I decided to go with the same brand, but it's sandalwood. And I'm sure it's a blend too, but my goodness. And I think there might be sandalwood in Nag Champa, but this was like even more sandalwood. I just felt like in the name of manifesting more serenity, really giving myself permission to enjoy this Wednesday. it's still in the air. Like the smoke is gone, but the sandalwood has stayed, and I love it. I love it. So that gets to go in the serenity. That gets to get classified as serenity. And anything that comes up today that comes up as not serenity, I need to reevaluate that. Like, is this something I want to keep on perpetuating in my life? And that's what our freaking tarot was about yesterday, which, by the way, if you hung out with me yesterday and you're wondering about the text messages, they got crazier and more insane and more aggressive, but I never replied back at all, not once. So anyways, if you don't know, if you didn't tune in yesterday, I'm not explaining it to you. So anyways, I'll keep you posted, y'all. I'll keep you posted. Okay. But yeah, you know what? It's like if somebody's harassing you and it's like, well, this is not getting classified as part of my serenity game, my serenity plan. You know, you have to really disengage, not engage, eliminate, gently release, however you want to get rid of that bullshit, because it's not adding to your serenity. As a matter of fact, it's trying to disturb it. And you don't have to get out of your serenity at all. You can just say, no thank you, because you're so serene. You're singing, no thank you, you can go get fucked, right? Just tell everybody that if they're not part of your serenity game, that it's just, you know, you're gonna have to slow down if you want to hang out with me today, because we are not in a rush at all. Okay, so speaking of text messages, my mom just replied back. I sent her the Arcturian one. She says, thanks, Red Heart. I sent her Daniel Scranton's webpage. I could have sent her my YouTube video where I read it, but I knew that she probably wouldn't listen to it. But she might sit there and scroll down and read it. So I'm always happy to have choices when sending people things, because some people, it's best to send them the text. Some people, the audio. Some people could probably handle Daniel Scranton's channeling video, but not all people can handle him. But either way, the message is awesome. All right, moving on. It can be difficult to stay calm and relax during the daily runaround of a stress-riddled life. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Riddled with stress. Stress-riddled life. Okay? It is going to be difficult to get calm and relaxed if you're running around feeling stress. This card is coaxing you to take a step back and make some quiet time in your day. And it's like some people are so freaking maxed out, they literally might need to set their alarm for 2:15. And from 2:15 to 2:30, make themselves lay flat on the couch. Like, stop whatever you're doing and lay down wherever you're at. This could be funny. But like, you're so busy, you like they're like, nope, 15 minutes too long. All right, fine, do 7. Roll your eyes at them as you say it. But like, seriously, they don't even feel like they can lay flat for 15 minutes. All right, we'll do 7, because like that gives your body just enough time to reset. There is like scientific studies and evidence, and it's like if you can lay horizontal, I think it's like between 7 or 12 minutes. But really, it only takes that much for like your body and your blood pumping, whatever mechanism. Apparently, I didn't really read it. But like, it resets you and you feel so much better. It takes like the pressure off your valves. Like, so lay flat. Just conk out for 7 minutes or 15 minutes, right? Power nap it, or just lay there and breathe. Make yourself do it, especially if your life and your daily runaround is riddled with stress. This will be a gift to yourself. Make time for it. You are also reminded to approach all situations with a calm and level head. There is no reason to make more stress for yourself. So take a deep breath and relax. Take another one because I'm not really in a hurry. Yeah. Pat yourself on the chest. Say, get it out. Let it out. If you're holding stress in your lungs, let it out. Take a deep breath and relax. While you may not find total inner peace, using a 5-minute mindfulness exercise to clear your headspace will help you to approach a situation with a ready and open mind. So, hey, 5 minutes is all you've got. Yeah, you're not going to attain inner peace in that 5 minutes, but you could chill out, clear out enough that, like, okay, I'm calm now. I can be ready and open, and I'm not going to jump down somebody's throat because I'm on go-go mode. You know, that's the roughest thing about being on go-go mode. When people like aren't up to your speed, you're like, hurry up, you know, or just, you know, you're just moving too fast for your own good. Make sure you relax into a calm, peaceful state of being in the evenings so that you may get a good night's rest. So this is something I've been working on for months. Even though I've always kind of done it, I've taken it to a new level. See, I used to always love to get into bed, but I took my phone with me. I listened to music. Sometimes I got myself more hyped up, right? You come across something online that gets you jacked off, not in a good way. It makes you mad, and you know, and then like, or maybe you're just listening to music like me, and innocently, like, you love music and you love to dance, and so now you're ready to party and rave all night, like, instead of relaxing. So when Tina Jesus suggested not taking the phones to bed, I did not like that one bit. It was hard. It was a struggle. I had a detox. But now I'm digging it. A couple weeks later here, now that I've done it now for, I guess over a month. Because I did 40 days with Tina Jesus and on Tina Louise Spalding's YouTube channel. 40 Days and 40 Nights with Jesus. I have the playlist saved on my YouTube if you're looking for it. But anyway, so yeah, that means I've been doing this over a month, and my sleep has gotten better. I feel more well rested. I'm reading books. I'm calming down. I'm not thinking about the world. Now, last night, I sometimes do get inspired ideas, so I keep a notebook and a pen where I can write them down and get them the fuck out of my head. See, you'll never remember in the morning, because I didn't remember that I even did this until just now. And one of them was, you know, an idea for a business card, because now that I'm leaving my house and talking to people, and synchronistically I'm meeting people that are looking for me, or, you know, they don't know it yet, but they're looking for me. Sometimes I wish I had a business card, and I thought, and I've been trying to think, like, well, do I put on Herb Oracle or Herbal Marie or Sadie Marie Cherico, or like, how do I want to put it on? And I kind of got the vision for me to have on the front of the card, Sadie Herbal Marie Cherico. And I was like, why don't I just introduce myself all the time? Like, hi, this is your host, Sadie Herbal Marie Cherico. Like, it kind of does make sense. And so I wrote that down and jotted down what I thought would be good on the back of the card. And then out of my head it went, and I went back to reading my book. So it's good to write things down, because if I wouldn't have, then my mind would have been like, I hope you remember this, remember this, remember this, I hope you remember this. So I'll keep it spinning in your head, and then like that keeps you awake. So if you can write it down, then you're like, okay, it's out of my head, it's on paper, I will remember now, okay? And then you can forget about it. So yeah, I did that. And then also a Christmas gift idea came to me with a poem, so I can give my lady friends a cute gift on Christmas. And I like, it's fun to do the same thing for everybody in a group situation. So I have like a gift idea for that. And so, yeah, just, anyways, my point is my evening, I really do wind down and try to get in bed by 8 so I can read for a bit. Of course, I fall asleep. The kids wake me up. I get up a dozen times. But overall, I'm getting a really good night's sleep because I'm sleeping on my face and I'm dead to the world. So anyways, here's their dragon butterfly on the lavender with a message of manifesting more serenity. And he's got one question for us. This butterfly is the Provencal fritillary. Fritillary. Oh, Sadie, don't even try. How can I approach my day with calmness and serenity? So it's a simple question. How can you approach your day with calmness and serenity? How can you approach today with calmness, peace, and serenity? Take this affirmation from the Healing Energy Oracle with you. How can I approach this day? Through love, release, and inner work. I will know peace. I know peace. So I can approach this day with calmness and serenity because I'm going to approach this day through love. And if it doesn't feel serene, I'm going to release it. And if there's something inside of me that is riddled with stress, I'm going to do my inner work. Why? Because I want to know peace. I want to be peace. I am peace. And I have to figure out what's getting in my way of being peace because I am peace. And if I'm not feeling peace and being peace, then I know there's something that needs to go. How can you approach your day with peace and serenity? Have a gentle view of life. Release your judgments. Have a gentle view of life. See through the eyes of love. Welcome every step with confidence. So you might not be running around, but you're still doing everything confidently. It's like old ladies. Shout out to my old ladies. They are moving at a slow pace, but let me tell you what, they are deliberate when they do something and they get a lot done at a slow pace. So remember that. I remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. So from your place of serenity, if you are faced with some fearful situations, illusions of fear, you can be brave. You can take every step with confidence because you're not a vibrational match to that. You are peace. You are love. You are full of serenity. So have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. Okay. All right. So ready for the nap? Yeah, let's go to the nap. So this beautiful picture, there is a woman. A woman rests serenely in a beautiful room, decorated with mirrors and flowers. Yeah, it doesn't get more feminine than this beautiful room with Archangel Michael blue walls. A healing candle scents the air with the calming fragrance of lavender and beeswax. A vase of beautiful roses offers up their sweet perfume to the aromatic experience. She has prepared the setting to quiet her mind and turn off the endless loop playing over and over. Serenity is desired as a state of mind because it is healing. No stress, no pain, no suffering, just the state of being brings rest and relaxation to regenerate. Serenity is a source of creativity to blossom, to daydream, letting ideas flow and grow. Lost in reverie, she smiles with contentment because she has set aside for herself, for her muse to come and play, and she is going to enjoy every moment. So the guidance from Serenity guides you to give yourself time to get lost in reverie, to daydream in peaceful relaxation. Often this is perceived as being lazy, but we are human beings, not human doings. Granting oneself the time to just be can inspire new ideas. Yep, and that is totally what happens to me at night. You know, I'm in that calm space, and then I better have a notepad at some point, because I'll get another idea for a podcast or something I want to do. Or like I said last night, like a Christmas idea came in. My business card idea came in. Just the fact that like you can download all types of things. Or just, maybe you want to use that moment of serenity to play with your muse and let her daydream for you. And, you might come up with some poetry, or maybe nothing. Maybe the whole point is for you just to play. It's kind of like a form of play when you allow yourself to daydream, and definitely allow yourself to be. Like her face is so like, oh, I love this. You ever like drink warm tea? Like this morning, my black tea with honey and milk. Like every gulp, I wanted to go. Like every time I swallowed it, I was like, like right, the grin, the closed mouth grin of peaceful content and serenity was like there for me, because it was just so good. And that's how you can feel when you're laying in your comfy, fluffy couch or your bed with your comforter. It's like, just allow yourself to sink into that pillow and allow yourself to feel peace. And serenity doesn't mean sleep necessarily. Although a lot of people, if they have been living a stress-filled life, it's like, okay, lay down and just relax. Well, they're going to conk the fuck out, because they literally have to overcompensate for their stress, so at first you might just constantly just fall straight to sleep because you're exhausted. You've been exhausting yourself. But sometimes you can just lay down for 10 minutes or whatever, just to enjoy yourself, just to give yourself a little time to get lost in reverie and let the ideas flow and grow, and just give yourself. I love that it said serenity is a desired state of mind, because it is healing, and there's no stress, no pain, no suffering, just the state of being that brings rest and relaxation to regenerate. So manifest more serenity. Serenity is a state of being, a state of mind. Yeah, not a state of doing, a state of being. All right, last card, and then I wish for you the most peaceful, relaxing day that you can possibly have. Just do what you can, right? Do what you can. And even if you do do what you can, after we talk about being, just do what you can, human being. Even if you do have to go, try to be as peaceful, and, take that state of mind of serenity with you, that state of being. And yeah, have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. Okay, so now this last card is a card from the north. A card from the North from the Sacred Vision Oracle deck, and it's number 15, Serenity. And the painting in the front that I was telling you about is called Divine Light. Ooh, and doesn't this take us back? I kind of got a little chilly there. Chills or chilly, I don't know, maybe a little combination of both. But that divine light that takes us back to that our serenity column of light in the Healing Energy Oracle, where I'm the golden emerald being. You know, the golden emerald. There's no friggin' gold in there, see? But anyways, divine light. Have the wisdom to let the universe do its work by you becoming a conduit for divine light to enter you and radiate out of you. And if you want to download that, because it seems like a real good idea, you need to give yourself an opportunity to be still enough to bring it into you and anchor it into you, so that, you know, you can, it's like, be still and I'll pour this into your glass. Well, it's like if I was trying to fill up your water glass and you're like moving around the room and I'm like trying to chase you. How much of that water is actually going to get in the glass if you don't sit your ass down and be still? So anyways, let's think about making a little bit of effort, and that's a really chill effort, to be peaceful and calm and serene and still, and on the daily give ourselves the opportunity to be the sitting duck, be the still glass, so that we can have our cup runneth over with the unconditional love and the divine light that could be poured into us. Like, let us become the open vessel in order to manifest more serenity. In divine light, you overflow with love. You carry the sacred arrows that teach you about the clouds so full of water that the rain comes like droplets of wisdom into your sea of consciousness, and you begin to learn. So it's a beautiful card, and in his hands he has a flute and arrows and a shield. The sacred flute carries your prayers of love and all the symbols of treasured peoples, and dreams reflect upon you with the light of the great sun. You are a sacred lover, full of fragrance, and the wind comes to spread your perfume across the land. So yeah, this is so roomy. Rumi's butting in. You know, because that was the Rumi story that I was so in love with a couple weeks ago. It's like we are each a stick of incense, right? A stick of Nag Champa or sandalwood. You know, and we have this potential to fill the room with our beautiful fragrance. But he was basically saying, in order to do that, you must burn with the passion for life. You must be lit up with the love of the divine, the love of the creator, of the beloved, the lover of all lovers. You know, if you want to fill the house, if you want to fill the town, if you want to fill the world with your beautiful fragrance, you must burn. If you want to be a star at night, you must burn. You know, and I often remember that, because it's like, yeah, we have to be flaming with the love of the creator. We must be overflowing with love, you know, and this is the best way to be lit on fire, absolutely, through love and peace, and that helps us release everything that shouldn't be in there, you know? So anyways, you are a sacred lover, full of fragrance, and the wind comes to spread your perfume across the land. You stand before the Great Spirit in a state of grace. Name your darkness. Name your darkness, that sad quality that you have held. And as you call it by name, feel it begin to disappear. So it's saying, stand in this light, in your place of serenity, in your peaceful place, in your state of love. Stand before the Great Spirit in a state of grace. And name your darkness. What is it that you want to release? What sad quality have you been giving a place to live inside of you as a tenant, but now he's getting his eviction notice? And we will call this sadness by name. And as you stand in the face of fear bravely, feel the sadness begin to disappear. Feel the sadness begin to dissipate and disappear and be released from your being. You hold on to your faith the same way that you grip your arrows of destiny. You are not meant to live in darkness, but in the light of your own integrity. Move with the flow of life and let go of any sadness from your earlier years. Be serene and at ease as the light begins to define you. So yeah, as you allow the darkness to leave and you let it be replaced with the light that was the shining force that asked the darkness to leave, as you allow that the in and out to take place, be serene, be peaceful, be at ease as the light begins to define you. Because for so long, you have let your sadness define you, and your fears define you, and even your stress define you as who you were. That is not who you are. You are not supposed to define yourself in such dark ways. You are light. You are love. You are peace. You are truth. So today, let us deliberately manifest more serenity and be at ease as we allow the light to begin to define who we are. Oh, so this is definitely one of those podcasts that I almost feel bad blasting you with this loud and happy outro music. Awaken from your serene and peaceful place. Actually, the thing is, if you get a good anchor on serenity and you really do allow the light to define you, I can come in here with any type of loud, crazy BS and it's not going to shake you from your place of peace, because that is a state of mind, a state of being, a frequency that as you get comfortable in it, you get better at it, right? That's who you are. You start to allow that light to define who you are, and you can go about your day and interact and still stay in the place of serenity. You could actually be hyper and still be very serene. So anyways, something to think about. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me. I hope that you take a nap. I hope that you do a few of the things that can bring more serenity into your day. And yeah, let these peaceful vibes come your way as you manifest more serenity.